Are you wasting your time and money on inefficiencies in the business? Are sales down and lead conversion rates are low? Are you having problems building or maintaining inventory levels? What does it really take to win in the automotive industry?
Get the cars that make sense for your store rather than just wishing at an auction. So it gives you that better control.
With over 25 years of experience, Darrell the Wolf Steed isn't just another industry voice. He's the guy who's out there solving real problems for dealers just like you.
They'll even say in the Pacific Northwest where you're at that it's a tougher market. It's, it's tougher to find cars. The market's a little bit softer. And in the midst of all this, your turn doubled and your profit's up 75%.
Yes.
The truth hurts only when it should. Are you ready to hear the truths? Darrell is here to unpack the hard truths and the proven strategies that will take your dealership from struggling to soaring. And he is taking it all in the streets, with real talk, open dialogue, unfiltered conversations. This is the podcast series, Street Smarts, powered by Smartwolf Consulting.
What's going on, guys? It is Monday, January 13th, 2025. And the title of this video, we're dropping a quick video. It's discipline over motivation. How many of you guys have had one of those days where you wake up and you just like, I need to take a day off? And it's a Monday, right? Like, and you're sitting there like, man, Monday, the start of your week, typically the most stressful day of the week. And you're like, man, I already need it to be Friday, or I need it to be my Friday. Well, that's where discipline comes in over motivation, right? You have to create those disciplines. You have to create those processes. You have to create those habits to ensure that you just push through. So I got up this morning and, oh, man, couldn't do it. I'm supposed to hit the weights today, jump in the plunge, do all these things, and I just couldn't get myself to do it. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's that mental fortitude. It's the same thing, thing that like we got to do it. Like it doesn't matter if you have that motivation. You got to drag yourself through it. You got to put the smile on, fake it till you make it. Whatever phrase works for you. And so I get out there and I hit the gym, and then I jumped into the 40-degree bath and got the day started, and immediately get right into the agenda of working my business, working my plan. And just realize, you know what? How many times do we do that in business, right? Like how many times do we say, you know what? I'm looking at that, or I'm going to do that, or let me think about it, rather than having that discipline, having that dialed in, non-compromising process to ensure that even when we don't feel like it, even when it's hard, even when it's storming, we know we make sure that we're doing things the right way, that we keep doing things that are going to push us through to where we need to be, rather than being lazy or not having the motivation or the fortitude to kind of do that. You've got to build those habits, right? And it takes a while to do so. And then you have to kind of jump into that. And so I thought it was kind of pertinent to just kind of jump in here and talk about, that Monday morning funk that some people get into, and don't let it grab you. Have that discipline. And, how I always want to relate it to the business is with Street Smarts, right? Is just the constant grind. So I've been dealing with some adversity I have had lots and lots of conversations and potential business that, can be done. And, it's been one of those things where you just have to overcome the adversity of it, and understanding there's going to be a lot of conversations that don't necessarily turn into deals or business. But what I found is that everybody was talking about like needing a solution, having a solution, so that they can get better. And now that there's one out there, they're like, okay, well, let me think about it. It's just interesting, right? And so dealing with that adversity, it always gets you're a little bit frustrated. But then I just thought about it, man, you know what? I'm more resolved and pumped up now after the last couple weeks of conversation than I was when I started out this mission of creating the Street Smarts Academy through discipline and hard work. Is, to hell with motivation. I'm going to win for the simple fact that winning is an attitude. As my coach always says, is that winning, you don't just decide, you have to have the attitude of, I want to be a winner. And you have to have that every day. That's discipline. That's not motivation. That's discipline to say, I'm going to win every day. And that's what I'm going to do. I had a conversation with a dealer, went down and did an evaluation for their store, did a little bit of training. And it was interesting at just how much the employees, the salespeople, got jacked when we started teaching them some new ways or some more effective ways of how they can either have a conversation or the acquisition strategy. And then we actually then taught them the walk around that comes with the academy. And immediately they were just absolutely enthralled with this. And it was like, and that was kind of where I was like, man, I'm so glad I stayed disciplined to this cause. And they ended up using it. So I was down there on Thursday. They ended up using it all day Friday and ended up taking in, I believe, 3 or 4 trades, but started with that walk around, that experience, and ended up taking in those trades without any back and forth. Yeah, I said that, without any back and forth of having to negotiate, because they engaged with the walk around that comes with the academy, which put them in a better profitable situation going into the used car, that came into their store. So I was just like, that was really great to see. And I highly anticipate that is going to be the person that fills one of my 2 slots that I have available for the Smartwolf approach, where it's where I actually help them build it and get that thing off the ground and get it to where they want to be. But I really just wanted to talk Monday morning about, guys, listen, man, stay disciplined to what you're doing. Don't give up. If you don't have the motivation, okay, have the discipline to power through and stop talking about what you want to do and start doing it. Make the decision today. If I've had conversations with you, what are you waiting for? Okay, the future is what you make it, and your success is only being held back by the lack of decision, or as we call it, indecision. And, we have 2 choices in everything in business, right? We have winning and we have the fear of winning. And they're both choices. You have to decide which one you want to choose. And I don't even understand why we're having this conversation now, because there is only one choice. You choose winning. But then you have to choose the discipline that comes with that. So as we always say, with Smartwolf Consulting, is the truth hurts only when it should. And with Street Smarts, we take it to the streets and we let you know what's going on and everything else. And keep in mind to obviously watch the episodes every week on the podcast. We have some really great guests. This week's the week, you guys. We have a customer on there talking about their experience. And by all means, guys, if you're looking to change your used car strategy, take control, make more profits, more trade-ins, service drive, why are you waiting when you could get started today? And if you didn't get a chance to look at the last episode that we had a great guest on, Scott Beal, is that we talk about, I've been doing this for 15 years now, it's 2025. Okay. And so if you're looking for somebody who's been able to do it through multiple different adversity economies, okay, look no further. Okay. Smartwolf Consulting and Street Smart Solutions. Have a great Monday. Make it a great week. And for everybody else, I'll see you at NADA in 13 days.